I'm Kate Anderson. Thank you for joining me today. I'd like to invite you through an exercise of 6 movements of the spine, going through yoga poses. We'll work with the breath, and I'd encourage you to go at your own pace and only do things that you're comfortable doing. So none of this should cause any pain. We'll begin with a seated flow, and then we'll take it into tabletop position. So you can learn the 6 movements of the spine in table position and then also in standing. This is a great way to warm up before a practice, before sun salutations, and just a way to wake up in the morning or to get moving if you're feeling stiff during the day. So thank you if you're joining me and you're one of my students from Crossroads. I'm really glad we could do this while we're taking a break from group classes, and I'm also helping to promote Friends of Zen yoga, shamanic yoga retreats that are happening this summer, and I will be teaching there. So we'll begin with centering. Closing the eyes, rolling the shoulders on the back. You can find a comfortable position on the floor or in the chair. Take a deep breath to begin, to help the body settle. And begin to find your breath. Allow it to slow down with your body. And notice where the breath is moving. The gentle rise and fall of the belly, the waist and the low back. You let go of all effort around the breath. Simply let it come and go. And next, take your attention to your sit bones. Let them press evenly into the floor or the chair. And start to lengthen your spine from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And as you're ready to set your intention, bring your hands to heart center and try to keep your intention simple. 1 or 2 words can be very powerful. You can gently begin to blink the eyes open, keep a soft gaze, and let the hands come down to either side of you on the floor. And then with the inhale, you'll let the arms rise up. And we'll do that a few times. You can exhale, let the arms come back towards the floor. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, relaxing the arms and the shoulders. Feel yourself grow taller. As you bring the hands down, the crown of the head reaches up towards the sky. We'll do that again. Now, keeping the left arm up, take the right hand to the floor. We'll begin with a side bend to open up the spine. Inhale, you'll lift up. Exhale, stretching and reaching. And continue with your breath. Move at your own pace. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, reaching over. And the next time that you lift up the left arm, you can pause, sinking the hip down, and reach through the fingers. If you're sitting in a chair, you can let your right hand grab the chair on the side. On the inhale, lifting up. Again, switching and holding. Use the inhale to lift. Let both hands come back to the legs. And if you're at your chair, you'll scoot towards the front of it. If you're seated, you might come off of your blanket or your bolster. And we'll move into a cat and cow movement. Your hands can be on your knees. You can exhale and round the back into cat pose. Inhale, coming onto your sit bones, lifting the heart, lifting the gaze. Exhale, curl back and round. Inhale, lifting up. And do that a few times, moving the spine forward and backward now with the breath. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, releasing. And let's do it one more time. When you release into your cat pose, pause there, sink back, release the head, and then just let the head move side to side a few times if that feels good on the neck. And then finding center, inhale, we'll come back to sitting. Then from here we'll take a twist so you can stretch your legs out and bring in your right knee. Inhale, lifting up the right arm. I don't know why I did this. Cut. Okay, so we'll just go to the twist here. Okay. Yeah. Coming into the twist, find a seated position. Coming into the twist, find a seated position and go slow, turning to the right first. You can just let both hands fall to the floor or the sides of the chair, gaze to the right. Keep it a gentle twist. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, twisting to the left next, and going side to side. And the next time that you come up, exhale to the right, and pause there. Inhale, lifting. And again, exhale to the opposite side. Pause for a breath, gazing to the left. Inhale, lifting up. The hands can come together. Bring them down to heart center. And we'll move right to table position. So you can come to hands and knees. Finding table, firm the belly. And then as you're ready to begin, find your exhale. We'll go into, man, keep messing up, KT.
That's okay.
All right, from table. As you're ready to begin, find child's pose. We'll move into a side stretch from here, and your side bend, you can hold it either way first. So walking the hands forward and to the left, release the head, sink the hips back. Walk the hands through center, and you can go the opposite way. Reach the hands towards the right, sink the hips back. Coming back into child's pose at the center of the mat. Next, find table position, and we'll begin to move through cat and cow. So with the exhale, tuck the tailbone, start to round your back, pressing it towards the sky. Inhale, reverse. Lift the tailbone, let the ribs come down, heart shines forward. Exhale, press away, lift the navel to the spine. As you inhale and find cow pose, keep the navel lifted up and in. Exhale, rounding to cat. Inhale, lifting up. And go with your own breath. Continue this sequence. And the next time you round into cat pose, take it into child's pose. Again, lifting up to table. Now we're going to bring the right foot forward first, setting up for a lunge position. Sink forward and make sure your front knee stays over the front ankle. If you need blocks, you can use them. If you feel stable here, you can lift the arms. Sink into the hips. Come back to the spine, tailbone down, navel up and in. We'll twist from here, lowering your hands. Keep your left hand on the floor. Start with your right hand on the outside of the right knee. We're going to be turning to the right. Go with the ribs first, then begin to turn the chest. Turn the shoulders. Exhale eventually, gaze into your right. You can keep your hand where it is. You can reach up with the right arm. Or you can take the hand to the low back and rest it on the sacrum. See if there's anywhere you can exhale and deepen. Find your next exhale to release. Press back into table. child's pose, and then come back up. Finding table, bring the left foot forward, sink into the legs, check in with your alignment, front knee over front ankle, engage the core, lifting up, and then releasing the hands down. Now it's your right hand to the floor, left hand to the outside of the left knee, so you can turn to the left. Take your time, turn the head last, and again, find where you'd like your left hand, maybe on the low back or reaching up. As you're ready to release down, find table again. Take child's pose into downward facing dog. So tucking the toes under, lifting the knees, lifting the hips. Take time to warm up downward facing dog. You can pedal the feet, bending one knee and then the other. Not forcing the stretch, but letting the heels sink down a little bit to open the legs. You can take a plank position, find where your hands and feet are in plank, and then lift the hips back up, downward facing dog. And as you're ready to release this, you're going to walk slowly into forward fold. Your feet can come forward, your hands can also walk back, and then release the head. Shake it yes and no. Hands come to hips, elbows in. Use your inhale to lift up. And we'll complete those 6 movements of the spine standing. So to review, lift your hands overhead and we'll go into a side stretch. Send your hips one way, the hands the other. Inhale, lift back up to center and go the opposite way. One more time each way. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, stretching over. And then from here, release your hands down. And we'll move into a cat-cow. So you're going to interlace the hands, press them away from you, and for your cat pose here, bend your knees, then around the back, release the head. Inhale, rising up. The hands can come overhead if that feels comfortable. Maybe you gaze up. Release the hands as you're ready. So go as slow as you need to with that. Exhale, press into cat. Inhale, engage your core, taking that gentle back bend. And flow with your breath. Exhale, press away. Inhale, lifting up. Let's do one more. And then take the hands behind the back, roll the shoulders together, and just let the heart open for a moment. Finding mountain pose, release the hands to either side, and we're going to begin with bringing the right foot and the right knee and lift them so they're in parallel, the thighs parallel to the floor. And if you'd like to twist, from here, take your left hand to the right knee. You can use your right arm to help you balance. Find something to stare at as you twist. Come back to mountain pose whenever you're ready. Pause. And we're going to twist to the left. So now shift to your right foot, lift the left knee. And if you'd like, move into the twist. Go as slow as you need to. Coming back to mountain pose. And that completes our review of the 6 movements of the spine.